on the left side, Uyidoku, Semenyo, Foden, these three players don't have that quality any traitor Antoine Semenyo Edeba. He comes in those half spaces very well than the likes of Jeremy Dokumu.
Right. Yeah, Guswa ya den some bro na the transfer news are make me catch you say etwagupa no. Abrante ya friend Antoine Semenyo. And obon last game had ma bomb of bro mo share Tottenham Hotspur and share the last kick of the game and pick 3 points. Almost first victory since October. And yeah, first victory since October. Abrante friend Semenyo, the last game for them, and I share the last kick, last minute, and they all did 3 points in the amount. Mino ka say there, coming hours, met my catch also by joining Bubu ko friend Manchester City. Enya senketo na ne yini ba ya no tumi say na almost teams in no be happen. Chelsea peno, Liverpool peno, Man United peno, and Manchester City. And so the adane pa. Say yes surprise no kra na ke wosro ne adada. Arsenal so nya na komo de betuma pe because Martinelli mo na de no mo ye wo no. Yes. But the thing is Abrante no choose Manchester City. Aba na be mo starting. Oh, Pep be destroy no. Pep will not get the best out of him. If you must say okwa masa obenye bia bone ade. So yes we dey adwenche the eba. And to Semenyo to Manchester City. Is it a good move or a bad move?
Listo, I think say Metina as a Ghanaian they are a good move, MIM, because yenim say some time back yenya apart from Thomas Partey no about Arsenal, ni en top place to be in about remember say the traditional four of the EPL and Mohamed Kudus or Tottenham, Antoine Semenyo Manchester City. Uche move no from the player side now. Upe coach and a stable club as a noun. Our clubs now born with Dima. We Arsenal and Manchester City or more marking now. There are a lot of confusion and they are slot to be an impossible Pamona at the end of the season and say Pamono. With Chelsea, Enzo Maresca or Liam Hussein in Aba. We share the likes of Liverpool, ni teams na kana. There are a whole lot of back and forth. But City actually say with Pep Guardiola stable. So Pep Guardiola pewasem and as a player, and if you are putting in the effort, betimi abuwa team no. Indra na nyese Semenyo last day at just Bournemouth. Na Indra so sign a birthday. So on his birthday, his last game, it's Michel go. Esa mom that 3 points and that crucial goal. And my team friend Bournemouth. Or one player he can play from the right, he can play from the left, he can play as a striker. Emma Manchester City. And when they Pep Guardiola, especially play a bit me from all positions. But there are other things that he brings into this Manchester City team. On their day, they don't have those things. When he said this Premier League, he said this season, long throws here teams may be benefit from the likes of Arsenal, Brentford, Sunderland, more benefit from long throw. Anytime a City Igbo game, no munya those long throws. They find it very difficult to have a player obey mom that accuracy into the box. Manchester City, let's not forget, team no more height, Newcastle. They are one of the team who height with Vardio, Haaland. And if they can get a player or this are long through it's another aspect that it goes about team. And Antoine Semenyo. And on the left side, Uyidoku, Semenyo, Foden, these three players don't have that quality any traitor Antoine Semenyo Edeba. He comes in those half spaces very well than the likes of Jeremy Dokumu. So, all Manchester City team no, a very good move for Antoine Semenyo as a player and as a Manchester City team. So Pep Guardiola beat me using the by a name, I didn't have concern say by we've seen quality players come into this Manchester City team, the likes of even Mamouche. Umar Mamouche by you the 6-man performance over Danidi. But apart from that, no, now if you do it means start with City team no. It's just the pressure of the league. Pep Guardiola no need time amount. So you need to adapt and adapt very well. Upe play obet me adapting tema Antoine Semenyo. But concerns the metiasie. There's a player about the Ghanaian national team. He finds it very difficult to play because it's a new environment, it's a new team compared to the Bournemouth team. He feels so relaxed, he feels so welcome. So it will take him some time. But I think in a coach like Pep Guardiola, obet me abuano. Antoine Semenyo, ocean style of player, he's that player, he listens and he wants to play. because on the interview mu so about Bournemouth no, he joined them as a striker. But coach in the bar no, and Okache and said there be born now no, I would play you from the left wing. And he said to him straightly, coach and him say he's willing to do anything about Boama team na then akonenim. So I'm seeing him going to Manchester City and perform. But as a Ghanaian, Nyaji say nee, we are getting a player playing one of the best teams in Europe, one of the best teams in England that we can all be proud about.
Okay.
Yes, I mean, we hear Semenyo upgrade as a player. I mean, very good. And one thing I think say, me commend say from where he started, and all baby, I know. I mean, he improved day in day out from Bristol or buying, and he's been improving. You see, a player be a dream. Say Oberbo under Pep Guardiola, arguably one of the best managers to ever, I mean, be a coach in football, and also Manchester City, one of the best teams in England for the past 10-15 years. So a very dreams a player be moving from Bournemouth to that team. But you see, the question a lot of people are asking is a good move. We need be able to say one thing. Emma Minya Rishimu say Semenyo will definitely get playing time. Semenyo will definitely help Manchester City in so many ways that all the attackers of Man City, they don't have.
Ukutuwana. Bernardo Silva on the ball right, Doku ball left.
You see, if you look at Omar attackers, definitely he's going to join a team a year already. I mean, established or more players. Rancheki, Ebayababi Remu. And one thing what's steady about Pep Guardiola this season, especially in the front three, when you're maintaining front three for more than 2 games. You see, that's all both Foden from the right, Rancheki elbow from the Foden ball from the left, Rancheki ball from the right, Bernardo Silva as in number 10. There are games that Rancheki ball as in number 10. There are games as well about just Foden, Rancheki, and Haaland. This season, he has been doing a lot of rotations. And a player who can give you goals, a player who can also win you games, a player beats Semenyo, because only 2 players this season so far, out of 20 games are so far, more than 20 games so far in the Premier League, only 2 players play. And Manchester say they are prolific in terms of goal scoring chain, Semenyo, which is Thiago, and Erling Haaland. So he's coming to add goals to Manchester City team. Now with Semenyo, he does over between the front 3 and even the front 4. Semenyo can play every position, or a nimble-footed. He can play from the right, he can play from the left, he can even play as a second striker. Probably we haven't seen Guardiola playing 2 strikers before, and so the money mankind. Even Erling Haaland is injured. Erling Haaland is not there. They have somebody a bit more. One thing Emmanuel Rishimu says Semenyo can play probably if only some minutes, no taking use of that minute tactically, technically, or the coach in the manner he can get more playing time. Say Obi to say Manchester City. More front 3 probably be say Bernardo Silva currently say on the heading out of 38 games Obi to 25 best at 25. Jeremy Doku, Ryan Cherki, Savinho put of late on Bimbo. All these players now the coach will play Obi to say Obama Mosh. When he came, he started playing, scoring goals, but when they play for you're dropping him a Doku boy. Now he started season. Doku also started the season very well, but now he hasn't been productive. I didn't say they always be you're starting Foden ahead of him. Into Semenyo no all whether from the right, from the left, and he can add goals. Remember the end say the Emma situation here very dicey. And say Semenyo is coming from a Bournemouth team. I'm gonna rely on counter attack, and Semenyo is very good in that. Now, Obabeko team on time a lot of counter attack football, but on be possession, will be in possession, dominate the game, 90 minutes. So the kind of space are probably not Semenyo Enya or Bournemouth, especially surging forward, counter attack. He might not get that. But what I believe in is the quality as a player, him being nimble-footed, or like he knows how to score, he can use his body, he can run or press it, and in defensive duties or Bournemouth, he can do that. No discipliner. Trust me, that alone, the pressing, the discipline, the defensive attributes, scoring, being nimble-footed, playing according to the instructions, that alone can earn him a position to play under Pep Guardiola. There are players that people have high hopes say, we don't need more, but you see, coaches like Pep Guardiola, they are detailed. If you don't do what they expect you to do, definitely they are not going to play. So to me, I think that Semenyo now Ocon, he has the qualities to play everywhere in front for Manchester City.
Okay.
The other saw Yan say, Obe play according to the details of the coach, Obe taking the chances, and Yami Adomna Sibibia go through. I believe that, with the Premier League experience, no one on Shedan confirm, but he's going to play for a big club, so the pressure and everything, no, it be changing. But then with determination and how hard working he is, to me, I think that he can work something out at Manchester City.
Okay, so Antoine Semenyo and for me, I think it's a welcoming news for him personally. To see a big club like Manchester City, a modern club with clear vision and purpose. So yes, Man City, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, a big club. But for now, if you are looking for a model club and a stabilized club, which one can say a threat? Man City, Arsenal, and in some extent Liverpool. So what you see any of them, and I can only wish him well. I was looking at the options I want Manchester City. Options I want Manchester City. Doesn't really scare me. I've seen people mentioning Omar Mamouche as a case study or buy Omar Mamouche. The time now by an early Haaland and Pratt, last season, time now January more by an early Haaland and Pratt. So he was playing as what? A striker at the Manchester City. So if you are playing all back as a striker, then you are going to compete with a Haaland.
Yeah.
So in direct competitive, and I said in direct competition in Haaland, and I'm not sure say there is any striker in the world which might come Manchester City or Bukaku and Haaland there. So one moves there you can understand. But if you look at Jeremy Doku, Semenyo, we share a bit to say Abrante friend Bernardo Silva, Branchek in Oscar Bob, Branchek quite both to them. So I'm looking at the flanks. Any area before they are sometimes putting better say or deploy the nice. I think that Antoine Semenyo can compete with all of them, all age on the side, and the defensive attributes, the willingness to come back, the energy to come back and defend and help in the defensive phase of play. Something I have Manchester City back. So yesterday, for instance, they scored. So they needed to keep a clean sheet. So they get 3 points. They couldn't. Against Chelsea, they scored. They needed to keep a clean sheet. They couldn't. And they lost from a winning position. So if you get a player who is ready to help in attack and also come back and defend and help, I think that he will go in there and go and do a decent job. Bernardo Silva, I was 31 years. Osha, a bread, or to say Kevin De Bruyne. So me I hear one was at the end of the season. Player like Bernardo Silva will leave Manchester City. Osha, clearly season is so super on me and fire power not the bar league in apart from, and that's exactly one weakness when Kevin De Bruyne during the last season not eventually defeat Manchester City. So I would say it is a good move, and I also think that they are basically building the team for the next coach to take over, which I think is Enzo Maresca. So Pep Guardiola is doing everything possible best to ensure that they will get the needed players almost going to behind the Abua Atiki Manchester City team to the next level. And for say Alex Ferguson free. Man United have struggled to this. He doesn't want to repeat that same mistake. He wants to build a solid, even if he doesn't win the league, he knows that any coach taking over will have Rodri. Now they want to bring Maguire to help Ewoye. Now goalkeeper or more goalkeeper in the next 5, 6, 7 years. A solid goalkeeper which mind the above. See, I think that they are doing their rebuilding with this season and trying to also challenge for the title. If you don't win anything, which I think they will win something, next season whoever comes in will come and take over And I think say Semenyo over every two. It's up to you. So now you need to understand the bomb of over shot 3 and a 4. Now one Shibua. Nobody nobody cares. Now bomb of from October mini match. No problem. Obianka wasem. Say I didn't know we on top player. We should go season starting now we should go now all of a sudden goes Naira team so perform. Nobody, but when you come to Man City, the moment that we bought 3, 4, 5 shorter, a win to net, no assist. Question marks will start to come and say, hey, I bought 5 shots, go behind the ember money. So I think it's up to Antoine Semenyo to also, go out and go and prove a point to ensure say now you are in a bigger club. Every match matters, every game matters, every minute matters, and every goal will count. It is important. So, and I think that if you look at a career trajectory, you know that mentally he's a monster. Mentally he's a monster because the rejection and he's the highest the highest transfer in terms of Ghanaian players. Highest transfer. So we can only wish him well and hope say be able to Yemfancy has na yen twaso.